call another one. Hang on just a second. Mr. Jadala on Austin McDaniel.
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Jadala?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, on Austin McDaniel, Ms. Fortier?
Judge, can we mute Mr.
I'm going to right now. I just did it. Huh. Yeah.
Judge, this one I have been in contact with the complaining witness. The people are ready to proceed. I do believe the offer on this one is also 769, 12 months probation, batters counseling, and no contact.
Mr. Jadala, did you want to break out room with your client?
Yes, the brief one, please.
Actually, I don't see, is it,
I'm on here.
oh,
is me.
okay. All right, on the iPhone. Got it.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead and hit join and Mr. Jadala will meet you there. From the Wayne County Jail, what's your last name, sir? They've got to unmute.
I'm wondering if that's Mr. Lyons.
Good morning,
Thank-
Your Honor.
Good
We
morning.
Jerry
Thank you.
Christopher Lyons for a pretrial this morning.
Got it. Yep, I have the file. Who represents Mr. Lyons? Oh, I have that it's Mr. Jadala.
Yes, same
So,
judge.
so we'll have to wait just a minute. Well, that's another victim to appear. If you had contact with,
Judge, this is my understanding. This one wasn't a victim to appear. Mr. Lyons actually has 3 cases. I believe this date was set so that all 3 cases could be caught up to one another.
well, Judge Oakley wrote on the file on, January the 28th, victim must appear. It says firm final pretrial.
That is a case that Larry handled for me. I don't have that note, Judge. The complaining witness wasn't subpoenaed. The people would ask for a brief adjournment because it was my understanding that these were adjourned so that all 3
Well,
could
there
catch
were
up.
2 cases. The one case doesn't say that and the other case does.
Judge, and that's because the second case that's on the docket is the 3rd case. That's the one that was most recently issued.
I'll just have Mr. Jadala talk to him in just a minute.
Okay,
Mr.
thank you.
Batar, who's your client?
Morning, Judge. I'm just your house counsel in
Oh,
case
okay.
somebody needs help.
Got it.
Miss Belcher's in your waiting room, Judge.
I don't. Yep, I see her. Thank you. Good morning, Miss Belcher. How are you?
Morning, Judge. I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good. Let's start with Marcus Burns. Do I have Marcus Burns on here?
No, Your Honor. Last I heard from his mother, he's still in the hospital. He's had some significant health decline and his condition is not improving. I do believe that some medical information was forwarded to the court that Heather had sent to me. And there has not been any improvement since that time.
Or
But if it's a
look
medical
it up.
issue-
I don't know what the next adjourned date and time should be. Well, Miss Belcher, so do we need an adjournment in this case then?
Probably, Your Honor. It's my understanding that he's not functioning at all. I don't know if there's any chance that his condition is going to improve. His organs were shutting down. He went into psychosis. It was bad last I spoke with the mother. So, I mean, I hope he gets better, but I'm not very optimistic at this point.
Um,
Judge, maybe a month.
I don't agree with the stuff you did. I'll take accountability.
Is that what you want me to do, is maybe a month? I'm trying to get a date from Michelle, so just, do you have one, Michelle?
I can do anything except the April 13th Tuesday.
Right. That's because she's not around on April 13th. They can't, it's not our docket. It goes to the next available docket. So the March date's not available. There's 2 dates in March. Why don't you call Carol and help get her to figure it out to see if they can add any. Ms. Belcher, I'm gonna put Burns to the side. He's not here anyway. So you also have Rodney Pfeiffer, who I think is on. Or I thought he was.
He
Mr.
should-
Pfeiffer? Mr. Reed, I'll jump back to you. What are we doing with your case?
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor, I did discuss this matter with my client. He continues to maintain his innocence in this matter. And I believe this was a matter that was before the court. The court said if the victim had not appeared at 9:40, the court was going to entertain a motion to dismiss.
Judge, I would disagree with that. I, again, have the file. There's no note on here from Larry that,
There was no note. Judge Oakley said it. He didn't put it for a victim to set for a victim to appear.
Judge, I don't have any complaints if we want to make that the next date.
Of making it victim to appear. Okay. Mr. Reed, if you hang out just for a minute, Michelle's looking for an
Let me see my calendar.
at 9 or 9:10. How many can I set there?
Hello?
Okay, so we're gonna do this, March the 9th at 9 a.m. Complainant to appear.
For
Who's that
Mr.
with? Who is that with, Michelle? So it's March the 9th at 9 a.m. with Judge Oakley. Complainant victim to appear. All right, Ms. Fortier,
Yes, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
thank you. Ms.
And Ms.
Belcher,
Fortier.
same thing with your case on Marcus Burns.
Yes, Judge.
It's adjourned to March the 9th at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Or actually, March the 9th, with him being, well, see if you can get something from the mother of, yeah, do you have a different one? Give me that April 23rd date. I am going to adjourn this, Ms. Fortier, because of the situation with his hospitalization. April the 23rd at what time, Michelle? And what,
Judge, that's a Friday.
well, then, what was the April date that you gave me, Michelle? No,
The
and then when I
27th?
said you gave me a different date in April. Hang on just a second.
Yes, Judge.
Good morning, officer.
Leanna, I'm going to set this on the 27th of April at 11 o'clock.
Thanks, Judge.
And that's actually with me.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks. Oh, actually, it's with Judge Oakley. It's not with me. It's with Judge Oakley.
Noted, Judge. Thank you.
That must be why it's set at a later, because I have a civil docket that day. I was confused. All right, and what other cases do you have, Ms. Belcher?
Just Mr. Pfeiffer. I see his name on the screen. I'm just not sure if his audio is connected, Judge. I tried sending him a message.
Mr. Pfeiffer, can you hear
Yes.
me?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. People versus Rodney Pfeiffer.
Deanna Belcher on behalf of Mr. Pfeiffer, Your Honor.
Darian Fortier on behalf of the people.
Darian, I sent you a chat on this case.
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, I would just be requesting an adjournment so that we're able to submit a discovery order. Darian, I will send you a copy for your approval before I submit to the court.
The paper you should have received on the 10th, and I do have you.
For the video line for redaction.
Yes, you're literally my next person on the list.
Okay, and then I didn't get, I'll double check the email. Maybe it went to my spam, but I did not get the 10th email.
I know I had your old email from before you moved, but the new one is your name at Belcher Law Firm, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, that's the one I sent it. I'll resend it.
Thank you, Darian. And if I don't get it, I'll send you a
Is
text.
March the 9th too soon, Ms. Belcher?
That just depends on Ms. Fortier and if she's able to get the videos by then, Your Honor. I know that takes her a little bit of time with the redaction in the video.
Miss Belcher, I would indicate that on the 10th at 7:09, you did email me back and tell me that you received it.
Did I?
Yes.
Then that's it could have just been I didn't save it then. I'm really sorry.
I'm gonna put this on March the 9th, and then you can figure it out from there at 9 a.m.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Judge.
Judge.
And
Then it's
that's
just
with,
waiting on the
that's
video.
with Judge Oakley. Okay,
Thank you, Judge.
and
Mr.
that's it
Pfeiffer,
for
I'll
you,
call
Ms. Belcher?
Yes, Judge, that's it for me.
All right, thanks. Now, Mr. Reed, back to you.
Now, Judge, I believe we handled,
Yep, we got it, we got it. Mr. Jadala, other clients? Well, actually, sorry about that. Mr. Jadala, I want to put you in a breakout room with Mr. Lyons from the jail.
All right, Judge. I just wanted to know, is Ms. Fournier ready to proceed today at the final pretrial for Mr. Lyons before I talk to him?
I would note again, you might have been in the breakout room when we were talking about this. Mr. Lyons does have 3 cases. It was my understanding that the reason that we put over today is to let the 3rd case catch up, which Judge indicated.
Which I only have 2 cases.
Right, Judge, there are only 2 on the docket, but there are 3 total.
Okay,
But that's why this date was set, was to let the 3rd one catch up. I think that is why it was confusing that that one of them says the complaining witnesses need to appear. I would, at this point, just ask for a brief adjournment.
well, my question is, the other one is waiting for a jury trial. Is it all the same victim?
They're all the same victim, Judge, yes.
So, Mr. Jadala, are you on the other case?
I am, Judge.
Okay, so is that what you're asking for, is a jury trial on all 3?
I think what we tried to do is set them all up for this final pretrial today to see, and Judge, and I only say this because there's a history of this happening, and there have been trials before where the complaining witness has failed to appear. So I wanted to have this final pretrial so we wouldn't, utilize all the court's resources.
Yeah,
to see if
one of the
was going to.
cases says that the CV was to appear and the other one doesn't. So
Okay.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna adjourn it just a couple of weeks to the March the 9th date. The complainant has to appear, okay, Ms. Fortier?
Yes, Judge, do you want the Romulus number for the one that's not on the docket so they can all be set for that day?
I've got it.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter if it's all set, you know what I mean? It's on the front of the file. You see it, and you guys can remember. That we've got to pull that other file. Do you understand?
Yes, Judge. I will.
So March the
subpoena-
9th at 9:10. All right, Mr. Jadala,
Yes, Judge, what day was that? I'm sorry.
March the 9th
Got it.
at 9:10. Okay,
Judge, the 9th is with Judge Oakley, correct?
yeah, correct. All right, well, but from the jail though, what, he's not being held on these, right? Or is he?
I believe he is, Your Honor.
I think he's being held on the most recent one, Judge, the 21.
Okay, so which is all the more reason that it needs to be March the 9th.
That's fine, Judge.
Okay, so officer, his next court date will be on March the 9th at 9:10 with Judge Oakley. All
And
right,
will the bond continue, Your Honor?
bond is continued.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a blessed day. And be safe.
Have a good day. Thank you. All right,
Yes. Judge, we're ready on Mr. McDaniel. We're going to be asking.
I was
for an
just gonna
in-person
call
bench
that.
trial.
People
Thank you, Judge.
versus Austin McDaniel.
In respect for Your Honor, Sam Jadala, P62186, appearing on behalf of Mr. McDaniel. Your Honor, I've had the opportunity to discuss this case with Mr. McDaniel, and I've explained to him he has a constitutional right to a jury trial. At this time, Your Honor, he'd like to waive his right to a jury trial and respectfully request an in-person bench trial.
Ms. Fortier,
Yes, Judge.
I'm trying to look and see what. Can we do this bench trial? I know that it's a minute out, but can we do the bench trial when I have you on May the 24th for those live exams?
Judge, I don't have any objection to that as long as Mr. Jadal is okay with it.
Mr. Jadala, can we do it at 9:30 on May 24th?
That looks good now, May 24, 9:30?
Yep. She
Looks
has
good.
some live exams on that day. So if we did this first,
Is that for me, May 24th?
That's at 9:30, Judge.
at 9:30. All right. So, Mr. McDaniel, do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, then you are all set for today. Mr. Jadala, do you have anything else? Actually, you have a lot. Let me do Mr. Murray with Mr. Harrington. People versus James Harrington.
Darian Fortier for the people, Judge.
Mr. Murray,
James W. Murray, P48047, Mr. Harrington.
Judge, I did speak to my complaining witness this morning. She should be here. It's my understanding that she wishes to address the court.
is she on?
Yes.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah, I don't want him to be charged with anything because, yeah, I just don't wish to proceed with anything.
Ms. Fortier, any comments?
No comments, Judge.
Motion, Mr. Murray?
Motion to dismiss, thank you.
Motion dismissed, granted. Bond returned after 10%.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you're all set.
Judge, can I
Mr.
just have 10 seconds before we move to the next matter?
Yep, you sure can. Mr. Maxwell, I'm going to do you next. I know you've been patiently waiting.
Thank you, Judge. It's Manuel.
Oh, I apologize.
Get it all the time.
I'm sure you do, actually. Is your client on?
Yes, we're here. Okay, Judge, I'm back.
Perfect.
Sorry.
People versus Rochelle Herdman.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mitchell Manuel on behalf of Ms. Herdman. Today's date time set for pretrial in this matter. We adjourned the last pretrial for me to get discovery. I have all discovery in the matter. I reviewed the offer and discovery with my client. She is asking the court to set it for trial, but I'd ask the court for economy to set it for a final pretrial.
I can give you a date of March the 23rd at 9 a.m.
Works for me, Judge.
And that'll be with Judge Martin.
I'm assuming, Mr. Manuel, you're asking for a final pretrial because you'd like the complaining witness to appear.
Sure, yes.
I'll make a notation, complainant must appear.
Judge, Mr. Manuel, has the offer been placed on the record? Because there is one.
There has been last time under the statute with the terms and conditions that were, I reviewed it with
He referred to it, but he didn't put what it was.
It was placed on the record at the last pretrial.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
then
you.
you're all set, Ms. Herdman. Thank you. And you'll be back in front of Judge Martin on March the 23rd.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see, do I have any other attorneys except Mr. Jadala? Oh, Mr. Batar, you're my house counsel. You're good. Do I have Carla Lamar on? People versus Carla Lamar?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Miss Lamar. Mr. Jadala on Miss Lamar's case? That
Your Honor,
was-
today's the date and time set for a
was a
final
victim.
pretrial. I wasn't sure if there was a victim that has appeared today so far.
There is a requirement that the victim was to appear today. Ms. Fortier?
Judge, that's correct. Mr. Sanders, who is the complaining witness, just to make a clear record, on January 12th of 2021, my victim advocate spoke with the complaining witness who requested court information and had implied at that point that he would be at the final pretrial. However, I personally spoke with him a while back and he indicated that maybe he didn't want to go forward. He did have today's court information. I don't have any reason as to why he is not here. So just so the record is clear, Judge.
No, absolutely. And it was set at 9:20. It's now 10 o'clock. Mr. Jadala, motion.
We'd make a motion to dismiss, Judge.
Motion to dismiss granted. Obviously, if the victim reaches out, Ms. Fortier, we would you can refile the charges. And I make a note, Ms. Lamar, that you're on track with your other payment plan with us.
Yes.
Okay, then case is dismissed. You're all set for today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Everybody in here, Judge, is everybody that's here, correct?
That is correct. I don't have anybody in the waiting room if that's
Thank
your
you.
question.
That's exactly my question. Thank you.
Yep. Sebastian Porter, Mr. Jadala,
Good morning.
good morning.
I'm here.
I see you.
Okay.
Mr. Jadala, this is your case?
Yes, Judge, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you call the case name.
Oh, it's Sebastian Porter.
And respect for Your Honor, Sam Jadala, P62186, appearing on behalf of Mr. Porter. Your Honor, this is also a final pretrial, Your Honor, where we've asked the complaining witnesses to appear. I'm not sure if they have.
Judge, at this time, my victim advocate did indicate that the complaining witness should be here. Her name is Bonnie Porter. However, I'm not seeing her. There she is on the Aristo 3.
So the victim is present. Mr. Jadala, did you want a breakout room with Mr. Porter to have a conversation?
And what was the offer? I'm not sure if there was an offer being made by the prosecution.
10 seconds, please. I don't want to give the wrong information. I just want to make sure that I don't. I don't, for some reason, have a lien in my file, so I cannot confirm that it would be a 769. But it's my understanding as long as there's nothing else on his.
Oh, there's not, yeah, and we usually, and we stamp the front of the file and it's not stamped. You know what I mean? We stamp it if it's not eligible.
Okay, so it should be eligible.
It should be eligible, yep.
Okay. If Mr. Porter is eligible, that would be the offer, 769, 12 months, no contact batterers counseling. And Judge, can I go into a breakout room with Miss Porter for just a minute?
Absolutely. Mr. Jadala, do you want to go into a breakout room with Mr. Porter?
I do, please.
Okay, I will do that. Can you let me delete that. Hang on, Sam. All right. I'm gonna assign Mr. Jadala and Mr. Porter to room 1 and Miss Fortier and the Aristo. Do you want me to send the victim's advocate there too?
Sure, Judge.
To room 3. Go ahead and hit join. And then I have David Roberts, who does not have an attorney, Mr. Batar, so I'm going to assign you to him, but we need to get Miss Fortier back.
Yes, Judge.
And then Mr. Gillette is not on the K5 one. What's your last name?
Cuts, C-U-T-T-S.
Mr. Cutts. All right. I will have you talk to Mr. Jadala. I'll do your case next. I know you've been here for a minute.
Thanks.
You're welcome. And then Mr. Roberts will do your case in just a second. So just hang on and Mr. Veracruz, I've got you too. We got you in line, and Mr. Zapanik. So just hang out just a few minutes. And Miss Scorzelli, what case are you on?
I'm the one with Mr. Zipansik.
Okay, thank you. Just hang out. All right, Mr. Jadala, are you
We are ready on Mr. Porter, Your Honor, at this time.
Hang on, I don't think I don't have, Miss,
Portier back.
yeah, no, I don't. But what are we doing?
We're gonna be asking for a jury trial, Mr. Matter, Judge.
Okay. Let me get her back. There she is.
I'm here. Mr. Zadala, just to amend what we just said, it would be no assault on contact.
They're asking for a jury trial, Miss Fortier, so I'm gonna put that in that pile. Okay,
The jury trial dates, Judge, are not being given out yet, correct?
absolutely not.
Okay.
Nope. So, Mr. Porter, you're all set. And then, Ms. Porter, the same thing, the victim's advocate or the prosecution will be in touch, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. And then I have, Mr. Cutts, People versus Richard Cutts.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Jadala, you're on that.
Yes, Your Honor. P62186. Here on behalf of Mr. Cutts, Your Honor. Today is the date and time set for a final pretrial. We just asked if the prosecution is ready to proceed, Your Honor.
Judge, the prosecution is ready to proceed. I do have a note here from our last date that the complaining witness is excused for today's pretrial. She did not have to be here.
Okay.
The offer on this is also 769 batters counseling, no assaultive contact, and 12 months probation.
If I could have a brief breakout room with Mr. Cutts, Judge.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Can you just rejoin courtroom? Wait, Mr. Cutts is the K5. Okay. Rejoin the breakout room number 1. And I'll put Mr. Cutts there.
Judge, if we want to let also Mr. Porter know that he can leave.
Yep, you're free to leave, Mr. Porter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too. Be blessed. Be safe.
You too. And I actually, on the Aristo 3, Miss Porter's free to leave also.
Judge, can I have a breakout room with, I think it's Len Labria. I believe she's my complaining witness on Rich.
You also have your victim is here. Ivy Scorzelli is on Zapanic.
Okay, perfect, Judge. Thank you.
Do you want me to put you in with Len Labria?
Yes, can we do that first and then Miss Scorzelli after?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Arian, before you go, is there an offer on David Roberts?
Maybe. I don't even have the file back yet from typing. Is that going to be you?
That is going to be me.
Yeah,
Okay,
I just assigned him.
Okay, I'll put a note on here that it's you as soon as I get it.
Miss Labria, if you hit join, she'll meet you there. Yep.
As soon as I get it, I will send you paper and we can talk about.
So are we gonna have to adjourn this till the March 23rd
Yes,
date?
Judge, I apologize. I don't even have the file back from typing.
That's fine. If you go ahead, I'm gonna adjourn it to March the 23rd at 9 a.m. Go ahead and hit join back, rejoin back to your breakout room. She's waiting for you. On People versus David Roberts.
Morning, Your Honor. Daniel Batar on behalf of David Roberts, P62191.
I'm gonna assign you to this case, adjourn it to March the 23rd for discovery.
Mr. Roberts, does your phone number end in 9922? You're muted, sir.
I'm sorry, that's correct.
Okay.
So, Mr. Roberts, they don't have the paperwork, and so we're gonna adjourn it out a month to Judge Martin's docket on March the 23rd at 9 a.m., okay?
March the 23rd at 9 a.m.
Yep, and Mr. Batar will be in touch with you, and on that date, it'll be with Judge Martin, okay?
Judge Martin,
Phone
okay,
number 4, if you signed in through the website.
okay, I
All
got it.
right, you're all set. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Judge. Bye-bye.
You're welcome.
March the 23rd.
Correct.
I'm going to call you in a little bit, Mr. Roberts, okay?
Okay.
And on Mr. Cutts, Mr. Jadala, on People versus Richard Cutts.
Yes, Judge. At this time, Your Honor, Mr. Cutts respectfully requests a jury trial, an in-person jury trial on this matter.
We'll wait for, Ms. Fortier to rejoin us. Wow. Okay, thanks. And then Ms. Cook is a no-show. I think DeAndre Gillette is also a no-show.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I have Andre Gillette, and this was supposed to be our final pretrial for the complainant to appear. And Mr. Gillette is on standby. He's not on because his children have to do the school and they
Okay,
don't
well,
have
get
enough-
him on here, Ms. Greer. Get him on. Ms. Fortier, on People versus Richard Cutts, Mr. Jadala has indicated that Mr. Cutts wants a jury trial in this matter. So I'm gonna set this in the pile for jury trials to be set, okay?
Judge, can I ask when, if we know when?
We don't.
Okay.
I ain't gonna get no warning.
We don't have any idea. Not, I would imagine, not anytime in the next couple of months.
Okay, so I don't know if you are aware, but the reason I'm asking this is because I leave on maternity leave at the end of July.
Yeah, I can't.
And I think Larry will be back, but I just like to make, I'm gonna try and make sure everybody, whoever takes over is as prepared as they possibly can be. So-
No, I understand. The second that I know, we will let you know.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
But as of right now, I don't know. Mr. Cutts, you're all set. Your attorney will be in touch.
And
Thanks.
Mr. Roberts is adjourned to 3:23.
Stay right there. I'll be right back.
What was the last name?
Roberts, David Roberts.
Yes, 323, correct. People versus Jared Zapanik. Mr.
Respectfully, I understand
Jadala,
we're going to P62186 upon Mr. Zepanik. This is another final pretrial, Your Honor, with the complaining witness having to appear. I'm not
And
sure.
she's here. Yep.
Was there an offer, Judge?
Yes, this is again another 769, 12 months batters, counseling, no contact.
If I could speak to Mr. Zupanik in the breakout room, Judge.
Yep. If you rejoin breakout room number 1, I will send Mr. Zupanik, go ahead and hit join. Ms. Fortier, do you want me to put you in a breakout room with Ms. Scorzelli?
That would be great, Judge. Thank you.
Go ahead and hit join, Ms. Scorzelli.
Okay.
Did you want me to put the victim's advocate there also? Or she can just rejoin? She's already there.
Rejoin, right, 3, Judge, right? Room 3?
Yep, correct. On the LG Stylo, is that your client, Ms. Greer? Is that Mr. Gillette?
Yes, it is.
People versus DeAndre Gillette. He's still
Your Honor,
joining.
me and Mr. Zupanik were thrown out of the breakout room in mid-conversation.
I don't know why. It says you're still in the breakout room.
Oh,
Wait, let me hit open. There, go ahead and hit rejoin. Can you do that?
That it told me to join.
Just hit
Yeah,
no.
don't ignore it. That's to go. Ignore it. On the LG Stylo, is it Mr. Gillette, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yes, I can. Ms. Fortier and People versus DeAndre Gillette.
Judge, Ms. Sanders, who's the complaining witness in this case is from 2018. The number that we have for the complaining witness is not in service. I did send subpoenas to my officer in charge who was unable to serve the complaining witness. I haven't been in contact with her. I don't have any explanation for her failure to appear.
Ms. Greer, a motion.
Your Honor, we would motion the court to dismiss this case and just inform the court that this is the second dismissal of this
I can't
case.
control what the prosecution does if they refile cases, Ms. Greer. I'll dismiss this charge. Mr. Gillette, you're all set. Thank you.
Thank you.
All righty, thank you.
Ms. Greer.
Thank you, Ms. Greer.
Ms. Fortier, on Mr. Veracruz's case, I have him, that was also a victim to appear.
Yes, Judge, the number we have was not working.
Mr. Batar, I want you to stand in for Mr. Jadala for 1 second.
Okay.
On
Yes,
Mr. Veracruz, can you hear me?
You're muted, Mr. Veracruz.
Unmute yourself. There you go. Ms. Fortier, the complainant was supposed to appear today. Ms. Fortier is indicating that they've had no contact and haven't been able to reach out to the victim. Do you have a motion, Mr. Batar?
Yes, Judge Daniel Batar, on behalf of the defendant, standing in for Mr. Jadala, we move to dismiss, please.
Any objection, Ms. Fortier?
I mean, Judge, yes, always.
I know, sorry. Yeah, you can refile if the victim reaches out. Motion to dismiss granted. Mr. Veracruz, you're all set.
Thank you. You guys have a great day.
You too.
Judge, is Miss Cook gonna be a capias?
Ms. Cook is a KPS. Mr. Batar, we're all set with you. Oh, geez, I don't know why this is doing this now.
Judge, can we have Mr. Bowditch come back on for the capias? It's just that this is Miss Cook's third capias.
Why do I need Mr. Bowditch?
Well, I'd like to put on the record that this is her third capias and at this point ask for a remand.
Well, we have to find her before we can ask for a remand. It says I have a letter from her mother that says she's in rehab in Highland Park. Although it looks like that letter is old. I will make a notation on the file that it's a multiple failure to appear, okay?
Okay, thank you, Judge.
I'm gonna make a notation that it actually a GPS or a remand.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Jadala, Mr. Batar actually did the Veracruz case. It was a
Thank you. What happened there?
dismissal.
Dismissal? And we're
Yes.
asking for a jury trial on Mr. Zupanik, Judge.
All right, I will make that notation. All right.
Judge, I
And
will see you
Mr.
at 12:54 sentencing.
Okay, and Mr. Jadala, Judge Oakley's waiting for you on the sentencing or on the arraignment.
Going there right now. Thank you.
Thank you.